The following clip is from a previously recorded episode of the Cherish Each Moment podcast. My friend Michael Bowman, you know him as BYD. He's the man behind the Bermuda Grass Central YouTube channel. He's been posting some good content on his pages when he visits the hardware stores. He's keeping an eye on the market, and it's been really helpful keeping me updated too. It's nice to see what other people see. The other day, he shared a poster up near the lawnmowers in what looked to be a Walmart. I haven't asked him, but I'm pretty sure it was a Walmart because I spotted a Heart branded box in the video. Anyways, he posted a chart comparison that was marketing the differences between gas and electric equipment. And the key word there is marketing. It was very clearly obvious to me that the whole purpose of this poster is to show that, or at least try to show that batteries are keeping up with gas. Here's the list of categories this chart was comparing. Long-term savings, lightweight, vertical storage, push or self-propelled, quiet operation, maintenance-free, single-point adjustment, pull start, push-button start, engine, large yard, bagging, mulching, and side discharging, and zero emissions. So they had those down one column, and then they had a checkbox in each of the two columns next to it telling you if the battery equipment had that or the gas equipment had that, or if they both had that. They got check marks. So some of these categories make sense and are fair comparisons. A couple of these, though, well, let's break it down. The first one that kind of made me chuckle a little bit was maintenance free. First of all, the standard maintenance on a gas mower is not that difficult. It's pretty simple. Yes, changing the oil can be a little messy. I get that. And a lot of the new gas lawnmowers are advertising no oil changes. Have you seen that? You just need to check the oil level and make sure it's within range. And if it's low, you add oil. Keeping the batteries charged on a battery mower is considered maintenance, in my opinion. You have to stay on top of that. Otherwise, they're not going to work. Also important for any mower, regardless of power source, is keeping your blades sharp. That's huge. You can't argue that. So to say that battery-operated mowers are maintenance-free is false advertising. You got to keep the underside of the deck clean too, by the way. Next item on that chart that stood out to me was favoring both the gas and the electric mower for large yards. I'd be curious to know, whoever put this chart together, what their definition of a large yard is. Because you've got two 21-inch lawnmowers side by side, one electric, one gas, and they're good for a large yard. So I'll be conservative with this next statement. Any yard larger than 8,000 to 10,000 square feet, I would not recommend looking at these 21-inch mowers. I'd be looking at a wide area walk-behind mower at least. I'm thinking Toro Time Master here. If you're planning on using an electric mower for a quote-unquote large yard, you better plan on buying a couple of extra batteries with your mower. You're going to need them. The last thing about this chart that kind of rubbed me wrong wasn't even on the chart. A fair comparison of gas and electric mowers would have to mention power or torque. Other than battery life and battery charge time, this is one of the biggest selling points in my opinion. I'm also of the opinion that there isn't an electric mower on the market yet, at least that I've seen, and the only one that might fit that bill is the new Milwaukee unit I've mentioned a couple episodes ago. But there isn't an electric mower on the market whose torque or power matches or exceeds that of its gas-powered equivalent. They just aren't there yet. And if there is one, it's probably not available to homeowners. It's probably a commercial unit. And I'm willing to bet that the first models that claim to, again, looking at Milwaukee here, I'm guessing are going to be battery suckers. And to put a bow on my point here, the Milwaukee mower comes with two 12 amp hour batteries and is advertising only an hour of runtime with both of those batteries. I would think 12 amp hours would last a little longer than an hour, especially if there's two of them in there. If you're mowing consistently and not cutting off too much grass, you won't necessarily need equivalent power between your battery mower and a gas mower. That's one of the nice things. If you're staying on top of regular maintenance and cutting often, not taking much off, not putting a lot of stress on the motor, you're not going to use as much battery. It's not going to work as hard, and it's going to be fine. But there are times you're going to need that power. Say, for example, you go on vacation and the grass grows long, or you decide you want to start cutting shorter. Without that power, you won't be able to cut through that thick grass very easily. A lot of people like to cut their lawn shorter just before winter. I'm somebody that does that. And these battery mowers that I've seen and used can't do it. They struggle. They need more torque. But anyways, thanks to BYD for taking the time to put that content out there. I appreciate him. And because of him taking the time to do that, I'm able to put some extra thoughts together for you guys. So continue to monitor the battery equipment and battery technology and see how it continues to progress. It's going to keep progressing. I know it is. And it's just a matter of time before it's where I would love for it to be.